Everybody give like a medal on your chest. Every winner ignored, every hour you're stressed. The mirror shows a stranger with 1,000-yard stare, but you'd rather punch a clock than admit repair. Running through your weekends, feeding every demand. Building your own coffin with a trembling hand. Another panic buried underneath the routine. Another silent breakdown hidden in the machine. You say I don't need help, I can handle the load while your mind collapses somewhere down the road. Every sleepless night gets swept beneath the floor until the cracks become a canyon you can't ignore. You call it dedication, you call it discipline. Meanwhile the storm keeps gathering under your skin, trading years of life for another shift completed, cheering for the change that keep you defeated. The sirens were ringing long before the fall. The signs were painted clearly across the wall. Nobody wins this race against decay. The debt collector always gets paid. Your gravestone reads, at least he was always on time. I worked every hour they could find. No songs, no healing, no peace inside. The polished black for a life denied. The flowers don't care about quarterly goals. The earth doesn't reward unfinished souls. A perfect attendance record won't rewrite fate when you're shaking hands with a closed cemetery gate. So you marched into the fire and called it growth. Every conversation buried under shame, every open wound disguised as a working day. You laughed at weakness, worshipped the grind. Now the burnout feast is consuming your mind. The company replaced you before the dust could settle. That's the value of a life reduced to metal. Look around the office at the Tide Parade. Human beings slowly being chemically flayed. Nobody is asking for a crown or a throne, just permission to admit they can't do it alone. There is no honor in a preventable crash, no glory in turning your future into ash. Strength is knowing when the damage runs deep, not pretending you're invincible while you bleed. The clock keeps ticking whether you listen or not. Every second marks another vulnerable spot. The body remembers every ignored scar, no matter how productive you are. Your obituary says he never missed a deadline, never missed a date, as if that could somehow keep the darkness awake. No mention of the battles he refused to face, only efficiency carved into granite space. The ledger
Choose help before the grave writes the ending.